Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq bin Taimur receives more cables of greetings on the occasion of his ascension to the throne. Activities of the 22nd session of the meeting of the coastal countries bordering the Indian Ocean known as the G16 begin in Muscat. And the world leaders gather in Berlin to make a fresh push for peace in Libya. Good evening once again, and thank you for joining us. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq bin Taimur received more cables of greetings on the occasion of his ascension to the throne from a number of their Majesties, Excellencies and Highnesses, the leaders of brotherly and friendly countries, and from the Crown Princes. His Majesty received cables of greetings from His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the United Arab Emirates, His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Emir of the State of Qatar, His Majesty King Abdullah II Ibn Al Hussein of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, His Excellency President Dr. Barham Ahmed Saleh, President of the Republic of Iraq, His Excellency President Mohammed Abdul Hamid, President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, His Excellency President Khaltma Batulga, President of Mongolia, His Majesty Maha Vajiralongkorn, King of Thailand, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President of the United Arab Emirates, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Dr. Sultan bin Mohammed Al Qasimi, Member of the Supreme Council of the United Arab Emirates, ruler of Sharjah, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Rashid Al Nuaimi, Member of the Supreme Council of the United Arab Emirates, ruler of Ajman, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Sharqi, Member of the Supreme Council of the United Arab Emirates, ruler of Al Fujairah, His Highness Sheikh Saud bin Rashid Al Mualla, Member of the Supreme Council of the United Arab Emirates, ruler of Al Quwain, His Highness Sheikh Saud bin Saqar Al Qasimi, Member of the Supreme Council of the United Arab Emirates and ruler of Ras Al Khaimah, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Thani, Deputy Emir of the State of Qatar, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Heir Apparent of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the United Arab Emirates Armed Forces, His Highness Sheikh Ammar bin Humaid Al Nuaimi, Heir Apparent of Ajman, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Hamad bin Mohammed Al Sharqi, Heir Apparent of Al Fujairah, His Highness Sheikh Rashid bin Saud bin Rashid Al Mualla, Heir Apparent of Al Quwain, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Saud bin Saqar Al Qasimi, Heir Apparent of Ras Al Khaimah, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Rashid Al Nuaimi, a Deputy Ruler of Ajman, His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Nasser bin Khalifa Al Thani, Prime Minister and Minister of Interior of the State of Qatar, His Excellency Narendra Modi, Prime Minister of the Republic of India. In their cables, they expressed their sincere greetings and best wishes of His Majesty Sultan Haytham to continue the development march that His Majesty the late Sultan started. His Majesty the Sultan responded by expressing his utmost thanks and appreciation for their greetings on this occasion. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq bin Taimur received two cables of condolences from the Excellencies Suhla Waraq Zodi, President of Ethiopia, and His Excellency the Ethiopian Prime Minister on the death of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said bin Taimur. May his soul rest in peace. The cables were received by His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, while meeting His Excellency Mahmoud Durair, Advisor of the Foreign Minister and Special Envoy of His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed Ali, Ethiopian Prime Minister. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq bin Taimur received the cables of condolences from His Excellency John Magufuli, President of Tanzania, on the death of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said bin Taimur. May his soul rest in peace. The cable of condolences was handed over to His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, while receiving His Excellency Professor Balama Gamba John Aidan Kabodi, Minister of Foreign Affairs and East African Cooperation in Tanzania, envoy of His Excellency the Tanzanian President. People of Oman, young and adult, together with their expatriate friends living in Oman, have been expressing their feelings towards the late Sultan, His Majesty Qaboos bin Said. Here is a report. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said bin Taimur, the compassionate father and the proud leader who dwelt in the hearts of all with what he presented to his dear homeland and its people. He will be remembered and remain in people's heart forever.
We are deeply saddened by the death of our great leader Sultan Qaboos. He was exceptionally a wise and respected leader, not only in Oman, but around the world. May God rest him in peace in paradise, and he will always be with us. We wish His Majesty Sultan Haytham his very best. May God protect him, and we shall be with him in every step.
What I want to say is the right to say. That is, Oman has lost a great man, and the purest of them all, His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, rahimahullah. And whenever we talk, we say no human can do all what he can say to give the rights for the people. But His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, rahimahullah, did what he said and what he promised us. He gave us the word to civilize Oman. Now citizens and countries respect this grateful country, and it just didn't come out from nowhere, but it came from hard working. That he did. The land of Oman is nothing grows in it except the good and the blessed. People of Oman is loyal and have a decent manners. We have loyalty and obedience to our leader, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq.
Our master, His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, you have worked dearly for the sake of Oman and its people, and for the sake of peace in the world.
His Majesty has been kind to the whole world, and he has made a very good relationship with all the countries around. And if we get some more leaders like him, I think world will be a peaceful place. There won't be any wars. A true balanced nation, I would say Oman is and Omanis are. And so far, we as expats, we have been treated equally, and I've never felt that I'm out of my place. I'm not at home. People of Oman, they are very nice, they're very cultured, they are highly educated. And when I go through the history of Oman, I have realized that when His Majesty started, there were only few roads and one or two hospitals, and he made this country a great nation.
He devoted his entire life to build Oman, and his special interest in comprehensive development and building and developing the Omani society.
صاحب الجلالة السلطان قابوس, of course we will miss him. We didn't know anybody apart from him. I'm one of the luckiest people in this country, and of course all the Omanis are lucky. Being born during his government and during the period of Sultan Qaboos, I was lucky being educated in the College of Medicine, and then I was sent abroad to further more my education, and came from there serving the Omanis. It's not an easy thing. And seeing all this development, not only in the health services, but all over things in Oman, this is something which cannot be easily forgotten by the Omani people.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I feel very sad those days that in the loss of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. Since my young age that I know Oman is only because of Sultan Qaboos, and we are known over the world because of Sultan Qaboos. It was very sad in news last week, this time, and I felt like Oman is so like the whole of the country was crying. I'm really sad and for the loss of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. I hope he will be in heaven, inshallah.
So when we go back to school, it's going to be very hard for us to say the Salam Sultani because we are going to miss the name of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, and it's going to be very hard for us to talk about him in everything in our life. He's going to be in our heart for everything he did in our country, and we are going to miss him, but we still love him, and we will never miss him for everything he did in our life. We wish His Majesty Sultan Haytham to do all his best. We promise that all the people are going to be behind you.
Since I was born, I only knew His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said al-Mu'azzam. He will always remain in our lives. Thank you, Baba Qaboos. Allah yarhamak.
The activities of the 22nd session of the G16 Indian Ocean Coastal Status meeting started. The meeting discusses over 3 days a number of topics related to tuna fishing in the Indian Ocean and methods of dealing effectively with issues of illegal and unregulated fishing, in addition to study and discuss ways to implement the ship monitoring system and establish a program for shipping by large fishing vessels. The meeting will also discuss the report of the Permanent Committee on Administrative and Financial Affairs, the report on the evolution of performance for the Commission proposals and ideas submitted by Member States, as well as specifying the date and location of the upcoming meetings. His Excellency Gennady Chiji-Kovy, chairman of the Ukrainian Commerce and Industry Chamber, said that the Sultanate and Ukraine have wide abilities to develop economic and trading cooperation. The Ukraine exports to the Sultanate reached about $66 million in 2019, while Omani exports to Ukraine reached about $9 million.
I'm very glad to say what economical relation between Ukraine and Sultanate of Oman go forward very fast. Every year we see the trade between our country increase minimum 15-20%. Oman has a very strategic position. Ukraine is a country with very good potential in agriculture sector, machine building sector, and we are looking for Oman like our partner for trade relation, not only with Oman but with your neighbor country, India, with Africa. Ukraine can produce a lot of food, and Ukraine is a very important like country who assist Sultanate of Oman.
The total revenues of the Sultanate's hotels in the 3 to 5 stars categories rose to 203 million Omani riyals till the end of November 2019. This is the 7.3% more compared to the same period of 2018, according to the latest monthly statistics released by the National Center for Statistics and Information. Among the nationalities, Europeans constituted the highest number of visitors. They were followed by Omani guests, then Asian visitors till the end of November. You're watching the Sultanate of Oman television, and yet to come midnight news bulletin. With volcanic ash and plastic both in plentiful supply, the officials in Binan in the Philippines see their project as a silver lining. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. World leaders gather in Berlin today to make a fresh push for peace in Libya in a desperate bid to stop the conflict-wrecked nation from turning into a second Syria. Chancellor Angela Merkel will be joined by the presidents of Russia, Turkey and France and other world leaders for talks from around 1300 hours GMT held under the auspices of the United Nations. The summit's main goal is to get foreign powers wielding influence in the region to stop interfering in the war, be it through weapons, troops or financing. Leaders of both warring factions, Khalifa Haftar and the head of the Tripolis United Nations recognized government, Fayez al-Sarraj, are also expected at what is the first such gathering since 2018. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan today said he hoped for an important step to cement Libya's fragile ceasefire at an international peace conference in Germany. Erdogan said they see the Berlin summit as an important step on the way to cementing the ceasefire and a political solution. He added that the progress in peace efforts after the January ceasefire should not be sacrificed to the ambitions of the blood and chaos merchants. Libyan strongman Khalifa Haftar launched an offensive last April against Tripoli, seat of the United Nations recognized government of National Accord GNA, after months of combat killing more than 2,000 people. A ceasefire took effect on January 12. Ankara strongly supports the Tripoli government led by Fayez al-Sarraj and sent troops to Libya after signing military and maritime deals with GNA. Iran's parliament speaker warned Europeans that Tehran may consider its cooperations with the United Nations atomic watchdog International Atomic Energy Agency IAEA at the open session of the parliament. He said that if Europe shows unfair behavior in using Chapter 37 of the nuclear agreement, Iran has a bill ready at the parliament about further cooperation with IAEA. Britain, France and Germany have triggered a dispute mechanism to try and bring Iran back into compliance with the unrevealing of the 2015 nuclear agreement. The deal has been on the verge of collapse since US President Donald Trump withdrew from the agreement last year. Iran has moved away from the deal in response, saying it now has no limits for nuclear enrichment. Ash spewed by a Philippine volcano is being mixed with plastic waste to make bricks in an inventive response to the country's persistent problems of pollution and frequent natural disaster. The Taal volcano burst into life nearly a week ago, sending towering dust columns into the sky and leaving nearby Bina city coated in fine grey powder. Environment officials did not just clean up the mess, but decided to combine the ash with sand, cement and discarded plastic to form about 5,000 bricks per day for local building projects. The Philippines faces a waste crisis, with a report last year saying it uses a shocking amount of single-use plastic, including nearly 60 billion throwaway sachets per year. It is also plagued by some 20 major storms annually and regular powerful earthquakes, which together kill hundreds of people each year. Due to its position on the Pacific Ring of Fire zone of seismic activity, it also has periodic volcano eruptions. Taal's jets of lava and 15 kilometers walls of ash have sent more than 70,000 people into evacuation centers and prompted warnings that a far bigger eruption could happen at any time. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq bin Taimur receives more cables of greetings on the occasion of his ascension to the throne. The activities of the 22nd session of the meeting of the coastal countries bordering the Indian Ocean, known as the G16, begin in Muscat. And the world leaders gather in Berlin to make a fresh push for peace in Libya. And with that, we do conclude this news bulletin brought to you live from this news center of the Sultanate of Oman television. Thank you for joining us and good night.